Saturday. Let's continue with the ninth race on the card next in our handicapping. It's the Green Flash. This is one of my favorite stakes at Del Mar every year. 5/8 of a mile on the turf. I love the turf sprints. I love when they go as short as 5/8 of a mile. And when we've got the Breeders' Cup at Santa Anita this year, and of course Del Mar next year, these races can have a major Breeders' Cup turf sprint impact. Santa Anita is not going down the hill this year. They're running on the course proper at 5.5 for the Breeders' Cup turf sprint. So this is a pretty good rehearsal, and turf sprinters typically don't run back on quick time frames. So horses coming out of this race are probably next seen in the Breeders' Cup turf sprint. So this race certainly has a lot of impact on potentially the Breeders' Cup. And if you look at the Breeders' Cup eligible horses here in the past performances, a lot of those logos across the PPs. So this will be a major prep towards the Breeders' Cup turf sprint, Jeff.
Looking at this race, Jeremy, first of all, I've watched a lot of recent Del Mar 5 furlong turf sprints. I don't have the stats in front of me, but man, I got to tell you, speed is not holding. I don't know what it is. I mean, sure, you can get loose in the lead and cruise and keep going, but that's not happening in this race. There's nothing but tearaway speed in here. And I'm looking for a horse to come from off the pace. Maybe not a deep closer, but maybe one that can sit in the second flight, be first over, and then hit the front and hold on. And again, the race profile, if I'm right about that, will fit Lane Way to a T. He's another one of these horses that likes to sit right behind the leaders. He hasn't been out since January, but he can fire fresh. You can see him. He's a big, good-looking gelding, and he looks terrific here. And remember, he's a grass horse, but he's getting over the dirt really, really well. 48 breezing, could have gone in 46. Lengthening out, striding out, very happy, very sharp, ready to roll. And he's had good form over this turf course in the past, but he really got good in the winter. And I think if he comes back as well as he left, Laneway, not only is he good enough to win, but he's going to be in the proper spot to win. He's 5-1 on the morning line for Mike Smith, who knows him well, rides him regularly. For Richard Mandela, who has put some good works into him. That was a breezing work, but he's also been 59 and 59 from the gate since then. So, I mean, he's cranked up. This is a race. This is a race they're really pointing for, and I think he's going to fire a huge shot. I like Lane Way to win the Green Flash.
Second in this race last year to Lieutenant Dan, a top-class horse. I don't think there's anybody with Lieutenant Dan's form in this particular race. So if Lane Way could run back to that race last year, could see himself in the winner's circle here, no question. If you're concerned about a layoff, don't be. Turf sprints, 5/8 of a mile. It's about sharpness, not fitness. And so I don't have any worries at all that Richard Mandela would have this horse ready to go 5/8 of a mile at his sharpest. And it's not about stamina when we're talking about the 5/8 mile sprint. So Jeff's top pick, Lane Way, in the Green Flash Saturday at Del Mar.